The Ghana National Gas Company Limited has been saving Ghana $3 million monthly after local engineers took over from Chinese engineers.
The accompanying mission statement really is to contribute to Ghana's industrialization process by installing and operating gas infrastructure that are required for those functions I mentioned: gathering, processing, transportation, and of course marketing. But we want to do all that I've mentioned, all those things I've mentioned, in a safe and cost-effective and environmentally responsive manner. We cannot rely on foreigners to sustain this industry for us. So building the requisite intellectual capacity is really key to us. The plant was being operated by Chinese. We love the Chinese, but we didn't want to stay with them for too long. Now, indigenous Ghanaian engineers and technicians took over the operation of this plant.
So in today's video, we would like to share with you how the Ghana Gas Company sacked Chinese engineers and saved the country $3 million every month. But before we start everything, please support us by liking this video and also subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much for your support. Now, let's dive into it. Ghana National Gas Company, GNGC, is Ghana's own agency that has the mandate to operate the infrastructure required for the gathering, processing, transporting, and marketing of natural gas resources in the beautiful country, Ghana. Ghana Gas was established in July 2011 and it began operations in November 2014. At that time, some Chinese expatriates were fully managing the company's plants. However, before 2017, a mutual agreement was taken to train Ghanaian engineers to take over these operations roles. And today, the company's engineers are all Ghanaians. And according to the managing director of the Ghana Gas Company Limited, Dr. Ben Asante, this move has been saving the beautiful country Ghana $3 million monthly after the local engineers took over from the Chinese engineers. So without wasting much of your time, let's listen to Dr. Asante on how they did that magic.
Ghana Gas was really incorporated in July of 2011. At that time, I was actually a consultant for the company. I had come in then from Houston to help set up both the processing plant and also the associated pipelines. And the mandate was quite simple: for Ghana Gas to build this infrastructure to gather, process, transport, and market the gas that we have. In this case, there was just offshore gas that we were talking about. The vision was simply, basically, to be a fully integrated gas services company. And I put the emphasis on services. We provide services. We don't really own the gas. So to be an integrated gas services company that provides supply of gas and gas derivatives in Ghana and in the sub-region. The accompanying mission statement really is to contribute to Ghana's industrialization process by installing and operating gas infrastructure that are required for those functions I mentioned: gathering, processing, transportation, and of course marketing. But we want to do all that I've mentioned, all those things I've mentioned, in a safe and cost-effective and environmentally responsive manner. We cannot rely on foreigners to sustain this industry for us. So building the requisite intellectual capacity is really key to us. The Ghana Gas story is an exciting one. The first is indigenization. Indigenization essentially using local intellectual capital to run your business. Let's talk about indigenization. So Ghana Gas, after incorporation in July of 2011, we went through a period of construction of the infrastructure. At the end of November, I would say the middle of November, we had finished what we call mechanical completion. Mechanical completion means we put all the bolts and nuts together. Everything seems. That was in November of 2014. Then we went through a period of commissioning. It took about 6 months. So by the end of April 2015, the plant was fully commissioned, and the pipelines attendant to the plant also were. All this time, the plant was being operated by Chinese. We love the Chinese, but we didn't want to stay with them for too long. Now, indigenous Ghanaian engineers and technicians took over the operation of this plant. Now, I say this not in jest, but not seriousness. I've actually worked in this industry for 31 years, and both Canada and the US and a host of other countries. This is the first time that I've seen a turnaround. In other words, having foreign operators cede operatorship to indigenous engineers and technicians in the shortest time, 3 years. And this was March of 2017. That all those who were operating our plants and pipelines, those in the control rooms, operating floors, our storage facility areas, all Ghanaians. In comparison, or to put it in context, it took our friends in Trinidad and Tobago 40 years to fully cede or assume operatorship of their infrastructure in Trinidad, Point Lisas. Nigeria, our neighbors, took them 50 years. It took our Ghanaian young engineers, men and women, technicians, 3 years. I think they deserve another clap. 3 years. Now, whilst we are at it, we're saving $3 million a month, because that's about how much we're paying the Chinese to operate it for us. Now, it was difficult, and I tell you, we love the Chinese, but even the operating manuals were in Chinese, so all you have to do is just sit and just look at them. It was a very difficult experience. Nevertheless, we learned something enough, and we trained ourselves enough to be able to take over. $3 million a month savings. But that wasn't all. To date, 6 years later, you see that we've also built solid intellectual capital to sustain the industry. We've done 3 successful full maintenance shutdowns. It's just like taking your car and taking it apart and reassembling, and then it runs. That is no small feat. We've done 3 of those, and that is also very significant. And no lost time to injury at the plant. Recently there was a car accident, but operations of the plant, we're talking about millions of man hours with no lost time to injury. That is also significant. You see, we've had people come from near and far, some from Switzerland, Italy, to come and just take a look at our plant. How neat it is, how well run it is. And everyone there is a Ghanaian. These are the men and women I'm talking about. The lady taking readings there for the gas chromatograph there, and some 2 men actually working on a valve over there as well. But when you go, and if you do have time, we will sponsor you. Come and take a look at our plant and see what the Ghanaian men and women are doing over there.
We wish all companies or agencies in Ghana or other African countries that depend on expatriates will learn something from this story of Ghana Gas Company to save our countries from the amount of money expatriates are shipping out of our beautiful continent. So let us know your thoughts and suggestions on this inside the comment section below. And again, thank you very much for watching. My name is Sharif Haruna. Please subscribe, like, have a joyful life, and see you in our next video. Mackerel.